Got it. Rotate device back. Why is orientation locked? No, it's not. You know what? We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. We're going to go with it. Gotta jump back on the pony at some point. Play over here for a couple minutes, and if nothing else. Hey, how you doing, graceful rabbitry? I got a hair up my butt and decided to hop in on YouTube instead of going on TikTok. Although I'm so used to TikTok that I have the screen oriented the right way and don't know how to fix it quite yet. So we're just gonna keep it. What's up? Love you, baby. Don't fall off your chair. But I am getting paperwork done. So we're here. I figure if I'm going to be doing things, I might as well do them here. And if anyone wants to just, hey, Logan Fox, how are you doing? I figure if I just jump on here, I didn't post a video today because it didn't upload. I'm so sick of this mountain Wi-Fi. I'm trying to get ahead of the game. Awesome, I missed your lives. I missed being here. Work was crazy. We're gonna get better about it. We are. I'm gonna get back on schedule. That is the plan, at least. So hey, Greens, how you doing? Ah, living the dream. Dreams are nightmares too. Oh, the lady I got my silver foxes from here is excited about Silver Fox Torch 2. Yes, I love it. Say, I'm still working on it quietly, but I'm still working on that. Like, we're still on top of it, trying to get some torts. It's just, I have other things that are more, not important, but are more pertinent. Pertinent. New Year's, new things coming, right? Oh, you know it, and we've been talking about it, and I've been trying to get some research in about it, but um, still trying to figure out a couple of meh kind of things that I'm just like you know what I'm talking about for setup. We'll just say it that way, because me and technology aren't the best of friends, like at times. And I think what I'm gonna do for my next couple of rounds of what I'm doing on my computer right now, I think I'm gonna do it a little differently so I can like delete the duplicates, because I'm telling you right now, if I have to go through all of these duplicate accounts, I'm gonna lose my mind. But because like there's another one I just duplicated, but I don't remember I duplicated them because it's not names, it's numbers that all look the same. They all look the same. And I only have 20 more days to go through. No, 15 more days to go through. So that's fun. He's upset because I didn't feed him exactly when he wanted to be fed, so he's sitting there growling in the corner. Aren't you? What? You growling? No? Okay. Nah, Rick's been behaving today, knock on wood. I say that, and he's gonna start, like, his weird little giggles in the corner. I actually just got some new quail. I'm very happy. Oh, that's exciting. Quail are so much fun. What kind did you get? Are they just like Cotornics? Are they Bob Whites? What you get? Let's say I have friends that have all kinds of, don't say, all kinds of fun quail. Reports, calls, edit. Oh, geez, guys. But no, we're gonna start getting back on schedule for lives again. And I think the goal is I'm going to try to be more on top of it just because otherwise I'm never going to. Like today I had to like convince myself to jump on here and it's like you need to. You haven't in a while. It's one of those things where you're just in a mood. 31 total records. So knock it off. Jump back on the pony. All right, 31 total records. Nope. Why is it only showing up 18 though? That's the problem I have with this. It's only showing, unless I export it, and I don't want to export it. No, so if you weren't on my TikTok, you or really I it's been a bad quarter. We had car issues and I ended up stuck here. So I didn't go to convention unfortunately. Hey Julie, how you doing? Just found out today there's no way to get any cell service or Wi-Fi in my barn, so no studio opportunities there, which sucks because that would have been perfection. And I was looking at my rabbit barn to kind of reflect your idea for that. And I would need to bring out a light source because otherwise I'd be sitting in the dark. And then I don't have heat. So then do we bring out the heater to the barn? And I was like running through this. Yes, but hopefully next year, there's always next year. I'll go to next year's convention, or at least that is the goal. Export. Details, export. So that is the goal. They're just Cotornics, but they are gorgeous. I got them out of a hatchery in Arizona. Oh heck yeah, that's it. Yes. I know convention was super amazing, and I'm very jealous of all of you, okay? I'm jealous. But I'm telling you, next year, next year I'm gonna be there. Well, I'm gonna try to be there. I'm gonna just not tell anyone I'm going. That way, by Murphy's Law, I can go. If I don't tell anyone I'll be there, I'll go there without a problem. But if I tell everyone I'm going, Murphy's Law dictates I won't be able to go. But how's the counting going? Legit, legit. Um, I think that defeats the purpose if you're writing four times and three times instead of going one, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so you're doing columns instead of rows. So you're counting by tens. Okay. Ooh, there's a message for review. What did it say? There we go. There we go. Ah, no, ah! Went out to feed rabbits this morning and suddenly had snowfall overnight. My dumb self living in PA90 says slipped in the. Ooh, Julie, Julie. Oh, are you okay? Yeah, you need a better year next year. It was my first year ever going, and I had fifth out of 36 junior tort bucks with a homegrown. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, hi, welcome. As I say, rabbit friends in New York. That did not export the way I wanted it to. Export, format, export. But no, I am doing data export. Hope this year treats you. Yeah, Julie's had a bad year. No offense to you, Julie. Your year has sucked. I'm sorry. Let's see here. I just want to know. Should only be 31. Why isn't it exporting? Export, export. 11. Is it that one? If it's not this one, I'm gonna cry. Let me see here. 21 by tens. So it'd be 10, 20, 30. That's okay. Maybe you should count in order. Okay. Also have the opportunity to get 4 amazing mini Rex rabbits for 200. My breeder trying to rebuild my stock, but things aren't looking good money wise, so I might have to pass. Oof, that hurts. You need a better year next year, Julie. Like a much better year next year. Delete all this out. Whee! Delete. Delete. I delete all of this. Can I then filter? Delete. And then I can look for duplicates. Ha ha ha. Right. Data, filter, A to Z. Hey, that worked. Just got rid of a whole bunch of things, and then I can go through and delete my duplicates. You know what this is? Data processing. It does because it's a bunch of numbers. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm going through and see how some of these numbers are exactly the same. I only need one copy of every number. So if I have extra copies, I go through and delete the extra copies. Like this one right here, see how the numbers are the same? I can go through and delete it. Unless I hit the wrong button and then I need to undo it and then delete the right one. Yeah, mommy's. Yeah, exactly. So that took my number from 31 to now I just need to review 17. Yep. Connecticut's not too bad. There's a big show in April of 24 in Illinois. It's nationals for many different breeds, including my beloved Lionheads, hoping to see everyone there. I'll have to see which show that is. Illinois isn't too far from my parents, so maybe I'll, kill two birds with one stone. I'm glad to get to go to PA Farm show, so I get to leave Connecticut for a bit. Oh, shows are like the best travel times. I just had a litter of 5 kits in the morning after they were born. I went to go check and only counted 3. I double checked the whole nest area and threw out nothing. Any ideas what happened? Sometimes they just have lower numbers. Sometimes it can be the rabbits getting older, but sometimes it just happens, especially if they're mini breeds. Mini breeds have such small litters as it is. Sometimes it's just an anomaly. Yeah, there's more baby bunnies on the barn. Oh, hello. Yeah, bunnies. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, they are. I just had a litter of 5 kits this morning. They were born. I went to go check on. Not a big deal. Just curious. The only thing I could think of is maybe they got it cold and ate them. So a lot of times they won't eat the cold ones. A lot of times they'll just eat the ones in the nest that have problems. This 0.04. Yeah, leave my roses alone, please. Let's see. I have 13 layers of national potentials, all due by the end of December. Shoo! That's what I'm doing right now with the champagnes. I just had another litter, not of champagnes. I had a litter of silver foxes, but right now I have 3 litters of champagne de argents, and it's all getting ready for nationals. Now, whether I go or not is going to be the question. I had 1 litter of silver foxes born today. My silver fox club is going to end up kicking me out though if I keep missing shows. Although my one friend is going, so I might send some with her so I don't get kicked out. And by some, I mean I'm going to send one rabbit to show, so they don't kick me out. I just don't have the money to show right now. My baby girl. Let's see. I was going to. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that show, which happens to be the same day my extended family. Christmas was just today scheduled for, and I have 3 days due that day. I feel that it feels like shows this time of year just love to get in the way of things. Any thoughts on the salamander gene being in a doe? Does it tend to cause other problems? Like how do people avoid the Vienna gene in a doe? I don't think salamander and Vienna have anything to do with each other. No, of course, I may be mistaken because I don't know much about the salamander gene, but I don't think they're related, unlike the Dutch gene. Because, like, the Dutch gene and the Vienna gene are related, but salamander shouldn't be related. But I'm sure if I get that wrong, I'll get yelled at some point later. So far, 4 litters in boxes. Oldest are 3 weeks old now. See, I have a huge gap between my oldest babies are 10 weeks and my youngest babies are newborns. So I had like the biggest gap between babies. Is chocolate milk helping you stay awake? It's a good reason to drink chocolate milk. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Can I borrow this real quick? I just wanted to mark down what I've already pulled. Let's see, 6, 7. Thank you. I just meant some people hate having any chances of Vienna genes in their animals. I was wondering if Salander was the same way. Yeah, no, Salander's not that way. Vienna is a big deal because of the off white marks that it throws. That's why most people hate having it. With the random blue eyes and the colors it throws. That's why most people don't like the Vienna gene. Salander's annoying for some people, but it's not like a huge issue. I'm pretty sure Salander's on the Sea Lotus, if I'm not mistaken. But anything on the Sea Lotus, don't ask me about. I will talk to you about any other gene, but we start getting into the seas, and I'm just gonna stare blankly at you for the most part. I don't know why, but I have so many problems remembering anything on the sea line. Like, I get the general purposes of most, but most of the time I'm just gonna be like, if they produce what you're not wanting to call them, only keep what comes out as clean, aka the true colors. I agree with that. But I agree with that on a lot of things. If there's a quality you don't like in your rabbits, be it color, be it type, be it something genetic like malocclusion, split penis, all of those things, if they're things you don't want or don't like, cull. So it makes sense that if you get those colors that you don't like that are more of the smutted, dirty colors, cull them out until your colors come out more clean. But it's the same way with the casters. A huge thing you see in caster lines are with the rings, in that they come out muddled and dirty, or, to my unfortunate despair, lemony. Thank you for that descriptive term, Dakota. Appreciate that very cringy word for every stupid. Oh my gosh, I hated that. It says pen plus gear. Hmm. One of the judges described one of my casters as being too lemony and his ring color, and now I can't unsee it in my barn, and it drives me absolutely bonkers now. Absolutely bonkers. So the problem with Rune, before I think of this, Rue is going to hide what is genetically there. So genetically, when we're looking at Rues, it can hide anything. So it's phenotype versus genotype. So when oh hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Well, I've talked to you in comments, but like on live. Hello, hi. But I also haven't been on live, so it's more my fault, not your fault. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Um. Anyway, so ruse, phenotype wise, so how they physically present is white with red eyes. I'm awesome. More important, my buns are great. That is always a great thing. Um, so with the ruse, they're always going to present white with red eyes, but they can hide anything genetically. It can be a chocolate genetically. It can be a blue genetically. Basically, it can throw all of these weird things and it can be hidden underneath that rue color. So you won't know genetically what a rue is unless you have the genetics behind it and you breed it. Yes, I completely agree with Green on that. Roos are a great thing to have if you are trying to bring something out of your rabbitry. It is absolutely fantastic to use for that, especially if you have my favorite kind of roos are genetically black roos, but that is a personal preference of mine. And it doesn't mean that they can't be holding something recessive in the genotype, but it makes it a little more clean and easier to figure out for me what something is. All right. I have a pedigreed mini Rex rabbit and chinchillas, but no Boo in her lines whatsoever. And guess what? She had. I hate. Yep. Well, it's because okay. So the Vienna gene is recessive, right? So your two that you bred together both had Vienna genes. That Vienna gene could be hiding in those lines off the pedigree for generations and generations and generations and generations and generations. It's what they call a destroyed line. Because those random things are going to pop up and completely and utterly ruin what you're working on. Like a lot of people, something like that will pop up in their lines, they'll call the entire line out. Especially if it's not just producing white marks. You produced two, what you thought were non Vienna carrying rabbits, you bred them together and they created boos. Both those rabbits, tainted. Tainted, tainted, tainted. And this is coming from a boo breeder. So, I'll tell you the truth on that matter just because I also love my boos. Hate them at the same time. But I think Lily and Daisy are pregnant, which means booze, more booze. And I bred them to Whirlwind, so technically it'll be a bunch of Vienna carriers because Whirlwind is not a Vienna. He is just a gorgeous little black rabbit. I had four girls inside because it is 18 degrees and they're spoiled. I feel that. I have a red New Zealander that was told to never breed her to a Roo because she would never throw reds. That makes zero sense because you're thinking red. A red from an agouti standpoint is dominant. If you breed a red to a Roo, they're going to produce reds. Unless that red is hiding red-eyed white underneath. I have two Roo boys. We're all getting in here about our roos and boos, and people are going to be in it and be like, what are these people talking about? We're talking about the pretty babies. Roos are the bane of my existence. They always end up being the nicest. Oh, no, no, no. Roos are the nicest. You want to know why? Roos are always going to be the nicest. Because one, you hate them. But also, especially I'm with like breeds like Mini Rex, right? They are always going to have the best, most dense fur. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Okay, so I have two types of roux in my barn. I have one line of roux that are genetic chocolates, and my other set is genetic torts. See, that's perfect because with like what you do, I could definitely see that being like super useful. Okay, what button I just push? I'm on day 8. Well, on day 8, date. No, don't delete it. Gosh darn it. Hit a button. We're just gonna run that report again. Save and no, don't save and close. Just discard. Thank you. My calls today. I should have kept one of my last litters off my girls who got by the dogs. I just have a buck who carries Rue and possibly Vienna. Oof. I've been seeing a lot of dog attacks recently in rabbitries. Like a lot of dog attacks, which sucks. Date, use calendar, equivalent to the 8th. Apply. We're halfway through 1 week. Run it. Let's see. That is the biggest thing to always remember. Pedigrees only show 3 generations. Genetics go back from day 1 of the breed. Always, always, always err on the side of caution and breed to root test. No, no, no. No, green. Always breed boo to test. And if you know, you know. Always breed boo and then breed roo. But if you're breeding a boo to something and they're producing boos, eat it. And this is coming from a boo baby or a boo breeder. We love pretty baby bunnies always, always. Okay, so if you breed Roo to Boo, right? We were having this discussion in my rabbitry group. So if you breed a Roo to a Boo, the Roo will hide the Boo gene, causing more Roos, unless the Roo carries Vienna, and then you'll produce Boos. Never breed Roo to Boo. It's just a headache. Hi, Sheldon. What are you doing, buddy? Edit. I need to export this. Edit. Export. Formatted export. I feel like y'all are speaking Greek. Ru, boo, and test. Alpha, beta, Charlie, Delta, Echo. All of the fun things. Oh, where'd my export go? You're done? How'd that go? Bad. Oh, he's as lost as you are. He's just nothing going on in his kitty little head. Alright, why did that not export? He is the best tiger kitty. Export. No, tigers aren't mean. Rick is pouting in the corner. Oh yeah, do they? Alright. For a second there, I was confused. I thought it was saying today's calls. There we go. Delete. Oh, I forgot to do the one thing I was meaning to do. Oopsie. Let's see here. Let's see. Delete. Oh good, I have a doe out of a black rabbit and she's Vienna marked. If it was her dad with the boo, then I could possibly get both breeding back her back. In theory, yes. If you have so if you have a Vienna and a Vienna and you backbreed them together, then you have a 50% chance of breeding boos. So let me check my math on that, but it should be about 50%. Filter related to A to Z. They are all the same size. What did I forget? Who did I forget? What did I forget? What's going on? Those are all the same size. Related to A to Z. To do this, all merged cells need to be the same size. I deleted all the merged cells. Where's the merged cells? I will merc the cells. Oh, there they are. Delete. Please tell me that was what they wanted me to do. Oh my god. Well, I gotta go make dinner. Bye, Maddie. Bye, Logan. Have a great night. Let's see here. For my silver fox, I'm trying to decide if I want to focus on blue or black. Black's easier to work with because it's a dominant gene compared to a blue. Adriana. What's wrong, Mama? Maybe if I just delete that. Ooh, that did something. Hi, Mama. What's up, baby girl? Where's Sissy? I don't know. Where is Sissy? Oh, it's Bunnies. Oh, okay. That's, you want your water? Um, the blues are gorgeous. The blues are absolutely beautiful, but they're harder to work with. Yes. Blacks are the original Silver Fox color, and even if they weren't the original Silver Fox color, because black is your most dominant color, 9 times out of 10 in a breed, black is going to be easiest to work with, period. And that's because it's the most dominant color that you're going to get when it comes to your varieties, which means it's going to be easier to work with because you're not working with recessives. Anytime you work with recessives, the more recessive the gene, the harder the color is to work with because of how gene pools work. Because you either have to line breed and inbreed to continue getting the colors to come out, especially if you have closely related lines, compared to more dominant lines where you can kind of play with it a little bit. But the more recessive the lines, the harder they are to work with. So, for instance, on silver foxes, in theory, the two hardest colors to work with are going to be rue and lilac. Mark, and it's been nearly impossible without the use of my left arm. Oh, jeez, you have had such a bad year. I'm sending you all the faith, trust, and pixie dust for next year because you've just had a horrible go at it. Let's see here. Another day, another bunch of data. And then delete those. So now I just took that to 50, down to 23. I had a litter of lion heads a few years back that had 3 Dutch mark kits. I wish more breeders would disclose crosses in the rabbit's background. Oh, I will disclose all of the background. Oh my god, if you saw the nonsense I do. Hey, sunshine. But I will disclose to you all of the nonsense. I have a project I'm working on right now. And if you're on the Patreon, you already know, and I've been talking about it. I have an F1 project I've been working on, and they have turned out absolutely gorgeous. But they look like a purebred. But if anyone in the future ever gets that cross, they'll know about it because I'll probably talk their ear off about it and what I did with it. Because I get so proud about those things. Um, Let's see. I will say if you ever in question on what to focus on, look back at the breed history to see what is the older color with the line heads. Taured is the easiest because it's the original color. Yep. Oh, definitely. And there is definitely a point to that, Greens, that the more original the color, the more people have worked on it. But when we're looking at dominant genes, the more dominant the gene, the easier it is to work with. Just in general. It's like what's it called? A blanket statement. You looking at yourself in the viewfinder, weirdo? Let's see. Yeah. I had a Rex that has mini 7 gens back, which I'm fine with, but since it's a nice buck and the breeder disclosed it, but I wish more breeders would. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Blessed with Pets. Oh, having people um disclose is so important. So important. And the thing is like, I will talk your ear off about all of the things I have done in a line. Like, all of the things I've done. Now, has that probably lost me sales? Of course it has. Do I care? No, because I'm going to eat them anyway. So if they don't want to buy from me, that's fine. I'm going to fill my belly anyway. It's just nice to offset costs sometimes. And a lot of people who don't like what I disclose, a lot of times they're purists or they have their own problems. Like the champagne lines, no matter what I do, I'm screwed on it because the lines I had through Cookie, which means somewhere back in the pedigree, somebody probably bred New Zealand's in, which is fine. It was never disclosed to me, but I'm going to tell people that before they buy. Not tell them, they throw some weird colors sometimes. Just eat them. I know you don't agree with pet sales, but I just brought 3 rabbits into the pet store and made 105. I'm so excited. That's great, hun. And it's not that I don't agree with pet sales. Pet sales can be done appropriately. I just don't agree with a lot of pet sales, but it is for every breeder to decide what they're going to do. And the best thing I can do is implore people to sell healthy animals when they want to do pet sales and make sure they aren't milling and selling trash animals that are just going to end up with disappointed clients and, you know, animals that basically need to be destroyed. That's my only thing with pet sales. If you're getting Dutch marked or any no remarkable just right, that's like thorn in my foot on my breed. Oh yeah. So Dutch, I'll tell you, Green. I told you we wouldn't talk about this when we did our thing. Yes, but I'll tell you what's been driving me nuts in my local area. So I'm on a local trades group, right? It's a bunch of people who we buy, sell, trade animals, and it's just 3 months out of the year where we all get together and switch and trade and all that. Contis and white ears and magpies and Dutch marks and all the things where they can't tell you the difference between brokens and magpies and all the things. Are you mocking your mommy? Is you mocking your mommy? You're so cute. But you want to talk about the anger I get while looking at our local breed groups that trash. I hate seeing trash rabbits because it's not just the colors, right? Because yes, the colors are annoying. But when you look at like the type of the rabbits that are being sold and everything, my blood boils at some of the things I see sold in those groups. And again, the only thing I can do is complain about it. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna complain about it. Oh, but people who can't differentiate broken, magpies, Dutch marks, and white ears as a completely different gene. But so annoying. Hospital. I need to do some math. Oh, is that funny? Is that funny? Are you laughing at your mommy? Are you laughing at your mommy? Because mommy has to do some math. Alright, let's see here. They have. Alright, You ready to do some math? Oh, I just definitely ruined that mechanical. So we have 365, 360, 904. Now they have added spouse to the hospital indemnity. So let's go over to our page. We're going to take 1691. Okay, what else did they add? 30K. What were they doing previously? This person's 30. 30 at 365. 30. Ooh, that's a weird number. That's a really weird number. 360? 360. That's weird. You know what? I'm not going to question this, but I am just going to go down to 30. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. My face. Jerk. Jerk. All right. Yeah. Meow. And then this needs to be plus. I can't do math tonight. Plus, thank you. I promise I'm coming back in a second. Plus 4.65. And then do they add their spouse to the accident? Yes, so plus spouse needs to go up. Promise I'm coming back in a second. If I don't finish this math, I'm gonna die. Not really, but all right, so I need to take that minus 579. I gotta bring up the calculator. I swear to goodness. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I'm back. Sorry. Stepped out to finish closing the store down. Now I'm switching to Walmart to grab some milk and then heading home. I hope you get home without any more accidents, Julie. Pet sales are okay. I despise pet breeders. They are the Amish poppy mills of the rabbit world, and they flood the market and crush the youth breeders when they are correct. Yes. You know my feeling about the group that we talked about with that mini Rex that I got called a bully for, even though I was being nice about it. I really was. I was being so nice about it. And if they were closer, I would have just given them a rabbit. There, the amount of times I have given away free rabbits to 4-H kids to fix other breeders' mistakes because I'm trying to get the youth in to our. Oh, thank you. Did you do my math for me? You suck at math. That's not a. That doesn't equal 1. What does that equal? It doesn't equal 1? No, it doesn't. What does it equal? That's not a number. But no, it gets me gets me going. Yes, if you cannot tell the difference between yes, I agree. I also think my Brindle Mini Rex is no, don't get me started on brindles. I love. Okay, no, Travis. Travis, you don't understand. I think the brindles are such a great idea from a standpoint of if they would take the breed and actually make it Harlequin. If Mini Rex would take Harlequin as a variety, it would be fantastic for the for it. The variety for color can pass. The reason why they're doing brindles green instead of doing harlequin is because the harlequins do not create a nice disbursement of pattern to breed for tries. That is why they are doing the brindle coloring, because the brindles, the way the pattern comes out in that splotchy ugly coloration is because when you breed that for broken, it creates the perfect tricolor. If you have the Harlequins, look at remind me to send you a picture of Schmore. Schmore is the reason why you don't want to breed a perfectly mixed Harley with good coloration splits, because if you look at Schmore, she has those spots in the lines like a harlequin, and it creates a poorly balanced pattern. That is why they're doing brindles, which create the better patterning for the tricolors. Let's not dox mommy. No, no dox mommy. No, no dox. But yeah, yeah. I'm so sick of doing data entry. I know I need to keep doing it, but I'm so sick of it. And I just got really into this conversation about brindles. But yeah, that's why they're doing brindles. I'm aiming for broken magpies for furs. Ooh, the Dalmatian. No, no, no. Yeah, no, I got you. No, I completely agree. You can get tries out of the blacks and the broken blacks. You totally can. Look at Strawberry. Strawberry throws my best tri-colored babies. But if you're breeding a Harlequin versus a Brindle, If you look, the brindles will create the best patterning and disbursement of color compared to the harlequins. But no, I do like breeding broken blacks for tricolors. Strawberry produces my best tricolored babies compared to Daisy and compared to Scotch, who are both different kinds of harlequin. Because Scotch is more that brindle coloring, and Daisy is more the harlequin. I wish brindle was a thing with rec standards. I get excited when I get the more brindly harlequins because I love the tries. Yes. There is so much that goes into breeding for certain, not even just breeds, but varieties, right? Like me and Greens can sit here and have a little argumented debate over the disbursement of tricolor. Like I'm sure we can get into a lovely little conversation about the booteds that come out of Europe. I don't know, Greens. Have you seen the English version of the tries? The ones that are like extremely booted, extremely high color. They're based not over the agouti tries, but the self tries. That's a big thing right now in Europe that's been going around for the Harlequins is whether to breed for agouti bases or self bases when it comes to tries. Um, and you and I need to like sit down and talk about that because I feel like you and I could have the best discussion about that because oh my gosh, oh my gosh, some of the nonsense of the most like niche arguments. Like the amount like people don't understand if they're like just getting into breeding rabbits, how much fun it is to sit with other people who like can really get into those like nitty gritty like arguments and conversations. Like you're arguing with someone and it's passionate and it's fun, but most people are just sitting here like, why are you guys talking about spotted bunnies like that? And it's like, you don't understand. There is a method. Yes, those are the ones that we consider to be over 60% color. Although now our standard is not the split for percentages; it's now the spirit of broken. You and I could probably argue about that one too. Strawberry would have been kicked off the table as booted 5 years ago, and now he is considered a broken rabbit because the standard changed. But in Europe, look up booted tricolors, and it'll bring it up. In Europe, it's a huge thing. And in standard, they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but they don't even match the spirit of what I would consider broken. Uh, let's see. I have one harlequinized. Lynx, who produces a brindley harlequin, who is currently a week old, which I'm desperately hoping to end up being a nice doe. Yes, I feel that. I really do. Start a poll. I'm trying to see. No, that's not what I wanted to do. At one of these times, no, I don't want to highlight. I don't want to mute. I already have that up. Dang, this isn't like TikTok where I was gonna throw up a background so you can see my last Harlequin babies. I should be doing more work, and I'm talking. Let me bring up my calculator. Calculator. That's a pen. Mm-hmm. Pen. Can you do math? 5.79 minus 3.65 equals 214. 214. New session. But no, there are so many things that I love, especially getting and sitting down with like older breeders who they've been around forever. Love sitting down with them. Like the ones that have been breeding for like 50 to 60 years. Like, let's see. Also, the butterfly that pisses me off as a DQ who doesn't like a little pink nosed broken. Nah, no. somebody did me dirty when I was growing up because I had a broken that didn't have a butterfly, they didn't have a mask, full white face. Didn't DQ me. I should have been DQ'd. 214, 2.14. I should have been DQ'd for that. Enrolled other. Oh no, please don't eat that. Don't eat that. But no, the whole idea of like the butterfly or the mask over it or it's DQ'd, like I get it. But also, I've lost a bunch of really nice typed babies to do not chew on that. To no butterflies over the nose. I've eaten them all, and it sucks. Let's see here. This enrolled other. What is this? It was the amount of 30K. Oh, big girl stretches. 30, 1, 2, 3, and then that amount is 4.65. And then the 16.91 minus 9.04 equals, yes, 787. 7.87. Where are you going? You go bother you daddy? No. My bucks are magpie, chestnut, two boos, broken. So your biggest thing with you have a lot going on. So you have boos, you have blues, you have broken blacks, you have a black otter and a black. Unless you have a very large barn, you're going to be a jack of all trades and not a master of one. And in a lot of ways, in the rabbit world, I know the saying expands to a jack of all trades is better than a master of none, but you have a lot going on and you need to decide what you're doing in your program, especially if you have booze. If you have just want to do booze, it's something you need to either completely separate out in your breeding program or you need to decide if you want to keep the booze or not. Because remember, boo is going to ruin your entire line from a lot of viewpoints and perspectives. Boo is one of those things that can tarnish even your reputation. I know a lot of people who won't buy from me just because I have boos in the barn, even though they're completely different lines from most of my rabbits. But I get it. I was sold a wonderful show quality lion head who was a DQ color when I was like 9. Oof. That's that sounds like a familiar conversation that we just had. And that's why I stick to my torts now. I'm taking on the task of dilute torts and making them strong. So I haven't really talked to anyone about this. If you look in my barn right now, if somebody looks in my barn right now, they're going to be shocked at how few colors I have. We are basically down to just blacks, broken blacks, and otters. And then I have a very small corner of boos that are a different line. I don't have a caster in my barn right now, and that is the first time I've been able to say that in years. There were no casters in my barn. Now, my caster lines are still out there, they're just not in my barn. I only have one agouti left. Now, I could get casters with one breeding of the single agouti I have left, but I have one agouti, and that is Lulu, my lynx. Otherwise, all I have in the barn right now are my little black-based, because we are focusing. We are focusing on the things to get better. And Jelly looks pregnant as heck, which means we should get some beautiful jelly babies if she doesn't abort them this time. Ooh, that looks good. Let's see. Not mine. I sold off my crappy type rabbits. Boo is a side project and no cost with the rest. Good. Yeah. Booze, you always keep booze away from everything. And then with the chestnuts, it depends. So the problem with chestnuts or like casters, right? If we're talking like caster varieties, they are such a pain in the ass. such a pain in the ass. And all right, there is that. What else do we have? Ooh, I got you. So that. Give me 2 seconds. I just found something. All right, so I just need to add that, and it's just the employee. Yes. Okay, perfect. So casters. I agree with Greens. Casters are a project in and of themselves. And the thing is, when you have room to do them and do them well, they're so much fun. But you want to stay away from them because one, chestnut is dominant. It is going to pop up a lot in your lines. Like if you're breeding a caster to things, you're going to get a lot of casters. And if you're not focusing on them, you're going to waste a lot of space breeding things that you're not using. And then once you get to caster, of course, you can breed other things into your caster lines. But when you get the type down on casters, the biggest thing you need to focus on is that ring color. And when you're focusing on ring color, you are breeding caster to caster to caster to caster to caster to caster to caster. And you are quite literally messing with high rufous versus low rufous versus wide band versus short band and balancing those things out. And this is after you get your barn built and you're painting things. I might have to agree with you when it comes to the mini Rex. I do love my otters. My favorite when it comes to otters are broken otters, just because I absolutely love their fur. When the broken otter's fur comes out, it comes out. It is fantastic, and I love it. It's the buns. The buns. So yeah, but yeah, breeding casters or chestnuts, whatever we're gonna call them, depending on breed, is an experience, and I love them. They are my first love when it comes to mini Rex, but sometimes you got to let your first love go to focus on other things. And to be honest, I should be letting go my booze. If we're being honest, I should not be playing with my booze the way I am. But, I just can't give them up just yet. One of these days, I'm going to get rid of them all because I just don't have the room if I want to do anything. Because they're just a project. So, the biggest problem you're going to have there, blessed pets, you are looking at chestnuts and chinchillas are both agouti colors. Projects on their own. Boos and tries, projects on their own, in that you have unshowables. For boos, that's through Vienna carriers, and through tries, that's through harlequins. So you are working with a lot of big colors that take a lot of space. And unless something's changed, correct me if I'm wrong, that is a lot of space of useless cages you're going to be having. I have 2 lilac torts, 5 blue torts, 4 roos, 12 black torts. Now 6 are chocolate based. The roos are just black and blue based. Yeah. So it's definitely something you need to pay attention to. Roll other 3 point. Yes, baby. Bye bye. Oh, where'd you go? No? Okay. Okay, bye. All right. Another day, another dollar. Save, save. Oh, where'd my thing go? And now you also want to keep yourselves. Sweetheart, you need to kind of sit down and kind of whittle down what you want to do. And that's a lot of space. Because here's the thing, right? When I'm doing black-based varieties, right? I'm doing blacks, black otters, and the brokens of those varieties. Now, I have roos in there to clean things up with my otters, especially with their lines and how that works. The roos can kind of mix with everything. But if you look, I'm saying very black-based. Very black-based. Very, very, very careful on my breedings. So you need to really, you don't have the space right now to do that. So the boos and tries, again, your boos create Viennas, your tries create Harlequins. All of those are non-showable. It's a huge, 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 huge commitment that you're looking at right now. So you need to sit down and decide what you want to do. Because the colors are fun, but with the amount of space you have, you need to kind of focus on probably one project or two smaller projects. And that's just, there are so many fun colors. And this is, what is it? This is a lesson I had to learn recently, is I had to kind of like back off on all of the fun things I wanted to do too, because I was um, trying to do too much at once. And you don't, um, that's weird. You don't get, yes, I agree with Greens on that. So the accident plan. It's a bunch, you don't have the room. And that's not me trying to be mean. You don't have the room, hun. Not yet. Maybe when you're older and you're an adult, you'll have that room, but you're looking for a good project like that, like a boo project, a good boo project. You're running at least 10 rabbits, 5 boos, 5 carriers at a time to get a good boo project going. You do. And the thing is a lot of times you're going to be happier by focusing and working hard at one thing instead of spreading yourself out thin on too many things. That's why I got out of the standard Rex. That's why at some point I need to go eat my satins, which they're about to have babies. Which, if I can put the camera on after we're done out here, I got to go check on my satin to see if she had babies. But yeah, I know I can be a hypocrite about it at times, but I have the space. I just don't have the money to feed them at the time. So that's my biggest problem. I have the cage space. It's just who can I feed at the moment? Which I got the 10% warning on my phone, y'all. So if I disappear, PETA did not get me. My phone just died. Let's see here. And y'all know. If you know, you know. If you know that joke, you know. The joke I've been making since the beginning. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Watch this get taken down for my nonsense. Boos are a pain in my rear end. I love them dearly. That's why I still have them. 0.004. Oh, no, wrong button. That's waved. That's enrolled. I'll say soon I'm going to have to pop off here just so I can plug in my computer card. And that. I can do that. Watch my numbers go wee! Actually, I don't know where my numbers are. All I know is they were low before I entered data. Run with something simple to start your blacks and broke blacks. You should get pop-up tries in those crosses, but all babies have a higher showable potential. Yes. Black-based rabbits are like, I know they're boring, but have you seen What's His Face? What's His Face is the contender to Strawberry right now. And I need to kind of drag. So if y'all need a beautiful mini Rex buck, What's His Face? I put him up for sale because I have his dad, Whirlwind, and Whirlwind has better depth, right? What's His Face has the best width, but I have width in my program. Y'all know how I am with width. I'm good on width. I need the depth. So right now, I don't want to hard call out What's His Face because his coat is so dense. So dense. So I have him up for sale, seeing if anyone bites. If not, I'll take him to show and I might be able to, I don't want to say pawn him off because that's the wrong word. I have some 4-H kids that are looking for 4-H projects, and I'll bring his price like down to $20 just to sell him to the 4-H kids if I have to. But I'd prefer to have at least enough to buy myself a week's worth of feed. I have 11 cages and 12 rabbits. When I'm selling all Holland Lops, I also hold 22 cages. I just gotta afford the cages. I haven't been able to get litters. So when you can't get litters, have you tried the light trick? Is everyone in the correct weight? Have you done the rubber band trick? Um, I would say get a rabbit for your rabbit, but that's a little crude of me. But that works too. That's what they use in commercial setups. But there's a lot of things that the cage switch trick. What else am I thinking of that could work for a doe that doesn't want to breed? There's all kinds of things. Medical. Hey, baby girl, what's up? All right. Can you reach it? Orange, the blue's mine. Please don't take my blue. Thank you. You're welcome. Believe me, I can go on and on. I can explain all this natural phenomenon. The sky, the grass, the ground. That was just Maui messing around. I killed an eel. I buried its guts. What is the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. That was a moment. I recently discovered you can have Satin and Rex in the same rabbit, and let me tell you, if I had the room, I'd jump on making those so fast. Oh, jeez. I believe my milk is sterile because they are breeding and not producing. Are you below 80 degrees yet? Because I know with where you are, it gets like super hot. I have moments, okay? Leave me alone with my moments. I have children. I have children. They make me watch Moana and a few other things. But what is the most recent one we have been? They have been into Elemental. That has been the newest thing. Supervisory. Where are we right now? I haven't even gotten through a whole week of reports. Oh my god, I have 2 more weeks. Ooh, that bumped me up. Where did that bump me up? Oh no, that did not bump me up. Ooh. Ew. Ew. That's gross. Oh, I need more numbers. I'm gonna need to stay up late. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get going here. I'm gonna focus on my numbers. Thank you for joining me on my improv 2 live. And yeah, I will see y'all. The goal, hey, before y'all leave, listen. The goal is Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are going to try to get YouTube lives. So this was a random live, but Friday is the goal. So night, y'all.